What's up, everybody? This is Kerry. In this video, I'm going to give you my week 6 best bets. Now, I'm really excited about this video because I have 3 very strong, very profitable trends that have been very consistent over the last 8 seasons. So from these 3 trends, I have 7 spread bets and 7 bets on the totals. So I'm really excited. We have 14 best bets this week. Now, a quick recap. Look at our season record here. Last week we went 3-3, which is fine. Even though we're even on the win rate, we went down a little bit in the units. I went ahead and put the units in here now so you can see the overall profitability of my bets on my videos. And even though week 1 certainly was our best week, even from 2 to 5, we're at 54.8% from those 4 weeks. But overall, right now, 1 to 5, we count everything we have on our videos, we're at 58.14%. So feeling pretty good about where we're at and following these trends. Here's a quick Week 5 recap. Underdogs coming off a 20-plus point loss to cover the spread. We had 4 teams in that category, and only one of them, the Steelers, actually covered the spread. In fact, they won that game. So one note here, just because a trend doesn't work out in 1 week, it doesn't mean it's a bad trend. In fact, that's the whole point of these videos and the trends here, is that we see a trajectory where it goes up over the course of the entire season. There might be a week where it dips a little bit, that's fine, but sticking to it, we're going to see this thing hopefully continue to go up. Games in these with these values for totals. This is a trend that I came up with: 46.5, 47, 47.5, 49.5, and 50. Now, I have a theory about why these games tend to go under these totals. I'll publish that in another video in the future. But for week 5, both of these games went under. So 2-0 there, and 3-3 total for the week. Let's get to our week 6 best bets. We're going to follow 3 trends. This first trend is kind of curious. Now, I do, just like a lot of people here, I watch other videos, I watch other handicappers, and one of the trend setters that I call them is not just Josh Applebaum, who I mention quite often, also Chris Rayburn from the Action Network, but Ralph Michaels from Wager Talk TV. In fact, the Bet On It show that's on YouTube is one that I watch every single week, and I love seeing Ralph Michaels get up there and show his trends. And this first one, which is one that is really surprising, I'm really grateful to Ralph for showing us this. In the past, in fact, this was in the Josh Applebaum book, we would see that favorites coming off a bye would cover the spread. Well, from 2015 to 2022, this is simply no longer true. In fact, something different has happened. Home teams before their bye week tend to cover the spread. And this is one I would not have even considered if it weren't for Ralph Michaels from Wager Talk TV. The second one, underdogs coming off a 20-plus point loss the previous week cover the spread. And finally, the last one here is one that I came up with. Games in these 5 values, which I said earlier in week 5, tend to go under their totals. So look at the overall percentages there. These are all very strong trends. And on the far right there, they hit in 7 of the last 8 seasons from 2015 to 2022. That's why we're following the trends, because these are consistently good. Here are the percentages for each season for each of these 3 trends. And as you see in the green there, as long as they're above that 52.39% threshold, we're being profitable. So again, 3 very strong trends we're going to continue to bet on and look at each and every week. So the first one, this is what we have now in week 6. Here are the actual bets. Titans +4, Texans +2.5, Bengals -2.5, and Jets +6.5. These are all home teams that will be on bye the next week in week 7. So according to that first trend by Ralph Michaels, these teams will hopefully cover the spread. We'll see how they do. Underdogs coming off a 20-plus point loss to cover the spread. We have 3 of them this week: Commanders +2.5, Panthers +13.5, and Patriots. I know that some of these teams are not easy to bet on, but again, I'm following the trend here and trying to keep consistent because the trend is profitable. I'm going to continue making these bets. And then finally, here are 7 total bets. Those in those 5 values here. Broncos at the Chiefs are at 50. Now, some of these lines have changed. I actually took some of these bets on Sunday. I bet the early lines. I go to thelines.com and look at these and see which one is the best from the different sports books. And as you see these numbers go down, that kind of gives you confidence that getting something like at 50, if it's down to 49 or 48.5, is now looking pretty good. But unfortunately, some of those are going up. So if I get something at, say, 46.5, and later on in the week it goes up, then that might not be so good for me. However, I want to say this. Now, again, with sports betting, we want to bet on trends. We want to bet on things that happen that are more likely to happen in the future. We're trying to make some kind of predictive value out of this. And as much as I want to say, of course, I don't want anyone getting injured. The injuries are a terrible thing. But when it comes to sports betting, injuries tend to mean that values during the game, totals will go under. They also mean that if a player gets injured during the week and you pick an early line, that total line might go down. So early line shopping, like on Sunday or Monday for the next week, is actually a pretty good thing to do. In fact, most of these, if they're not what I show you right now in this video, they're probably slightly lower. Those are our 7 total bets there. You can see those. And then finally, as always, please do your own analysis before placing bets. Feel free to fade me if you like to, but you know what? I'm on a win streak here, so maybe it's time to follow me. Please like my video and follow my channel, and good luck in week 7. Let's go.